Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Mr. Flynn. I can only begin to imagine what it's like to take this leadership position at Amtrak at a moment of such crisis when ridership is down 95%. And I, want to tell you how much we appreciate how much responsibility you are bearing on your shoulders right now, and your willingness to serve in this job and to take our tough questions. We're all trying to pull together and keep this extraordinary railroad strong to help it survive this crisis. I do want to come back, speaking of tough questions, though, to the topic that Chairman Lipinski raised with you about the 401k contributions and the furloughs. And, I listened to your answer. I completely understand where you're coming from. I completely understand why an Amtrak employee would want to see those contributions resume. But I think, somewhat more concerned about those employees who may no longer be employees soon if they're furloughed or lose their jobs. I have constituents in that category. Just heard from one this morning, in fact. And, I wonder, for example, if you believe that you have to move in this direction, why restore the full 7%? Why not 2 or 3%? Why did Amtrak decide to move forward the date of restoration from January to October? Because originally you told the employees it would be January. Now you're telling them October. Is this all or nothing here, given the fact that so many people may lose their jobs?
Thank you for the question, Congressman Malinowski. It was the decision, the restoration decision was really I would call it a balancing the equities that were involved. The vast majority of our employees that we're talking about are frontline managers and supervisors who often are making less than the agreement employees that they supervise. And their benefits are not as rich as the benefits can be for our organized employees. And we were hearing loud and clear from our employee base just how concerned they were about the lack of the match. I had explained earlier, I think, to Chairman Lipinski that the 7% contribution is substantially less than what the contribution would be under a defined benefit plan that prior existed here. So it was a management judgment call, sir, and I thought, along with the senior leadership team here, that it seemed to be the right thing to do at the time, in part considering retention of employees. It's tough to furlough anyone. It's tough to lay anyone off. I come from a railroad family myself. I was 6, 7 years old, 2 years in a row. My father was furloughed. He was a locomotive engineer on the New Haven Railroad. And I don't remember all the details, but I remember the anxiety our family felt when that happened. And as a little 6 or 7, I don't remember a lot, but I do remember that period of time. And so it was a very difficult decision personally.
Could you, and sorry, I mean, we don't have that much time, but could you convey to us, whether you know it now or after the hearing, how much this is going to cost? I mean, so that we can help evaluate this balance, because you have to balance laying people off and paying people these benefits, which they richly deserve. I agree with you. But either way, there is a cost, and it would help us understand the balancing decision better if we knew exactly how much this would this is going to cost.
I off the top of my head, I don't have the number, but I'd be very happy.
What about bonuses? Because I also understand Amtrak does have bonus programs for its management employees, bonuses that are tied to performance. Have those been paid out?
Our bonuses are wiped out.
Okay.
Our bonuses this year, and our long-term incentive bonuses, or the long-term incentive plan, is wiped out for the next 3 years.
Okay. Very quickly, on a happier note, the Portal Bridge, the first stage of the All-Important Gateway project, we got the first grant announcement from the FDA. Can you give us an update on moving towards the construction phase of that incredibly important project?
Yes, it's incredibly important, as you say. And so we're working very closely with New Jersey Transit to ensure that the FTA, the Federal Transit Administration, has everything they need so that they can enter into the full funding grant agreement that's required. And we're also very pleased to see the DOT commit more than $765 million to the project. And we're hoping for the possible start of construction in early 2021. It's certainly a very important project for us and for all of our customers.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.